Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Bone Cyclist YouTube channel. Today's video, Stage 4 of... Switch this over. Switch my bike, because probably put me on the steel or something. Yeah, I want to get this one. Does it matter? Not at all. Because to neutralize the bikes for the ZWIFT games, but it does matter when you're trying to get the upgrades. Because there's the new thing, the bike upgrades. Everyone's all about the bike upgrades. But anyway, it's fun. It's actually engaging. It's engaging because, you know, it takes a while to level up, and you can try to level up quickly to try to do well. I'm not going to do well this race. I just finished the team time trial where I killed myself, had a terrible start, wasn't focused, it was just not good. Not good. I missed starting my power meter, which I need to start now. I missed starting it at the beginning, so I lost like the first 30 seconds where I was having to hammer to get back on because I was so late trying to get back on. So anyway, we're starting. See, I need to get my tunes up. Start pedaling. Yeah, I'm gonna get totally toasted on this. But I'm just trying to do this to complete them all. Kind of fun. I thought there was only a climb at the end. It's one at the beginning too. That's nice. Hanging on. I'm acting like I'm fine. I'm not fine. This hurts so much. Have to be able to do it now. I don't feel like trying to keep up. I get my completion points. just chilling and resting. Jersey unlock or something kind of special. We'll see. We'll see what it is. Anyway, I just finished a team time trial. Pretty good, decent. I was just so late getting ready and set up and getting the power meter hooked up and all this stuff. It was just chaos. So it wasn't like super great for me, but it ended up working out. It was okay. Felt like I could have done better. I had to sprint at the beginning to catch on because I was just late getting hooked up and everything started. So that made me like super late. Super late getting started. Uh, 8 miles, pretty much by myself. See if I can hang on to this guy for a bit. Still have another team time trial later. Probably get dropped by them. I'm still having another climb at the end. This race is so miserable. It's fun when I'm fresh, but not fresh, it's not fun. Hardest time staying on a wheel. World. gain 9 miles. All that stuff. I really don't feel like staying on the wheel. And then he leaves. Oh no, I had a dropout. No, he left. So this was the only day I could do this race. I wanted to do all 5 stages of the ZWIFT games. Just cause. But this was like the only day I could do it in between team time trials, so I was like, I guess I'll try to squeak it in, even though I won't do well, because of course the stage 4 was just a very tough climbing stage. 2 5-minute climbs. For me to stay with the front group, I have to be able to do like at least 90% of my PR power. Of my 5-minute personal record power just to stay with the front group. I'm like, I don't feel like doing that. No way. Guys behind are about to catch me. Might try to jump on with them at least for a little bit. See if they can pull me. Kind of enjoying this pace though. We'll see. Hope we finish faster at least. Have like 35 minutes to finish. Should be able to. About like 4.6 miles, 35 minutes. If you don't, it's pretty sad. Sustenance in. Alright, about to start this final climb in a mile or so. Then I'm just gonna spin to the top, rest those legs. This is how a lot of my workouts look like. Well, I'm not doing this low power, but it's kind of chilling. Anyway, any interesting thing to talk about? Not much. Need to hydrate. Legs are burning. Still have like 39 minutes of a team time trial coming up. Almost out of water. Probably refill that. Alright, gotta get the RPMs up. Spin to win, boys. Spin to win. I don't even know why I'm recording this. I knew I wasn't going to stay with the front group. Just have it. .5 miles. Should finish about hopefully 10 minutes. Maybe more. This is feeling good on the legs though, it's spinning them out. People want to know what it takes to be good, to get better, achieve more. For some sports, it's pretty easy, pretty basic. Just work hard, work harder. Other sports, you can have more talent involved in a sense. Natural ability, natural skill, hand-eye coordination, genetics. Like tennis. Played a lot of tennis growing up. Played Division I tennis. Wasn't super great. I'm like a better coach now, still coach tennis. But, you know, I'm 5'6". Not going that far in tennis, you know. But, I mean, I was fast, pretty fast. But, it's like, there were guys on the team who were 6'6". You know, like 200 centimeters. Not crazy. Over 2 meters tall. So they're like, they just can naturally hit the ball so much harder. Their wingspan, you know, it's literally physics. Force, mass times acceleration, all those things, you can break it down. Well, length, arm length, tip of the racket length, a lot farther, longer than mine is when I extend my arm fully, so that means their racket head speed's accelerating faster, so they can just hit it harder. But anyway, so then if you look at the top tennis players in the world, almost all of them, in the top 10, all of them are over 6 feet tall. Average height is like 6'1" to 6'6", 6'7". You know, average height between there, probably 6'3" is the average. So not a chance. Myself. But then sports like cycling, pretty good chance. Even it depends on the course. I have the exact same height, weight, stature, body build as Remco Evenepoel. But so if I could do his power, you know, and get into his arrow position, you can go pretty fast. On ZWIFT, it makes you go really fast when you're this short for some reason. Their ZWIFT height algorithms feel like a little wonky. It's hard for me to go this fast outdoors. I probably could. I would just really have to practice staying tucked down in the arrow position the whole time outdoors, which is a lot harder for me to produce a lot of power that way. Because Remco, he can spin at 90 RPMs doing it. Myself, I get most of my power when I'm standing at like 70 to 75 RPMs, which is not efficient outdoors at all. At all. Very inefficient. So, Anyway. But cycling, though, on the other hand, it's like tennis, the genetics, hand-eye coordination, mental game especially. Tennis is so mental. Cycling, I feel like, is not mental at all. Just get on there and you train. Go hard. And if you just have the mentality, just don't give up. Keep pushing. Push harder. Push harder. Go harder. You know, try to hang on more. Hang on longer. Outwork the other person. Just have to have that fighting spirit. Never give up. Where in tennis, you can have all that, but still the genetics and all those other things come into play. Or biking, I feel like not as much. I've always done better at sports that are just like pure endurance, pure like the time, the effort you put in, those are the results you get out. Because I could be really disciplined and put tons of time and effort into something, and you get out good results. Tennis, you can put time and effort a ton into stuff and still not get the results you want because the other person is just more talented. Just faster, better, stronger, taller. So, one more mile to go. Oh boy, hurry. Hopefully it'll take me like less than 5 minutes. So anyway, that's why I've really liked cycling. You could just put tons of effort in, tons of time. You're like, how do you get stronger? Well, bike 300 miles a week. Start with that, 300 miles a week, and mix it up. Zone 2, intervals, races. So there's this thing in tennis where there is no better practice than actually going to tournaments and playing matches in tennis. Like, I'll sit there and coach kids. They'll just be like improving, yeah, mediocrely. And then they go to a tournament and they play like 3 or 4 matches that weekend. They come back and you've seen their game improve drastically just with those 3 or 4 matches over a weekend. Obviously, it's more time on the court. But on top of that, there's a difference between teaching a kid how to just hit a tennis ball and teaching them how to play tennis. And how to play tennis is how to win a tennis point. How to try to beat your opponent. That can be a bit harder to teach. A lot of people don't teach that. Most coaches just teach, how to hit a tennis ball. Here's the technique. Here's how you swing. You hit it. All right, let's hit it to some targets. Most coaches do that. I mean, I did that probably my whole teaching career. I've been professionally teaching tennis. I've been a professional tennis coach since like 2014, I think. 2015. I have to look at when I got the professional tennis coaching license. And I keep it updated. I renew it every year and do the classes every year to keep it. Gives you good reliability insurance, so people know that you know what you're doing when you're teaching. But anyway, so that's the thing. And so I bring that kind of mentality over to cycling. I could just sit around and do intervals all day and, oh yeah, I should do this interval or that interval. So there comes a point when you aren't able to do those intervals during races, but I'm close maybe to getting there, but for the most part, I use races to do my intervals and high intensities, especially these ZWIFT races, because they're all short. They're like 30, 40 minutes, most of them. So people will go really hard. So just trying to hang on and stay on, you're doing intervals, 30 second, 1 minute. This course is great for 2 5-minute intervals. One at the beginning, one at the end, then with a little bit of ramps in between on the flat sections where people might try to break away. So this would be a great like interval session using this race break. It's the same thing. People are like, oh, I train, I work out, I do all these intervals, I'm just not good at racing. It's the exact same with tennis. To get good at racing, you have to race. There's no way around it, you know? Just get good at racing by racing. You will see your fitness improve. If you just did one of the ZWIFT races every day and then finish with another 30 miles of just with a pace partner, a robot pace partner, you would see your fitness and your intensity improve. And that's what I did a lot at the beginning. I'd be like, sometimes I'd do 1 or 2 races in a day, and I would do like this race at 5, and it goes from 5 to 5:30, and then I just do zone 2, or with the pace partner from 5:30 to 7, so that'd be an hour and a half, and then I do another race for half an hour, 7 to 7:30, and then I would have a cool down spin of 20 minutes or something, and then be ready to go with the day at 8 a.m. And so I will do that to try to mimic like outdoor real life racing when the pros do like these long stages. The start might be hard, beginning's kind of easier in a sense, but at 2 hours of just pacing, and then the end they'll ramp it up and be hard again. Or if you didn't want to do it that long, you could just do hour of zone 2, or, you know, cadence drills or whatever, and then jump into a 30-minute race at the end of that. And all of those things greatly help you improve and get better. Like, racing is the best, most fun way to do intervals, which will actually help you improve in racing. Because just doing intervals, not necessarily. Another thing is, I know a lot of people that are good, really strong, really good at intervals and stuff, and then it comes to racing, and I watch them race, and they can waste so much energy because they don't practice racing, so they don't know when to ramp up, when to ease off, when to sit in the draft, save and conserve. And I've tried to do that really well, sit in the draft and conserve and all this stuff. So I especially got good at doing that when I was still trying to recover from my first episode of the Crohn's flare-up, where I was like really low on blood and blood loss and everything. So I couldn't have, you know, I couldn't just waste watts in the draft and try to stay towards the front and all these things. It's like, no, I had to ease off. I had to sit back with people in the back and really gauge my efforts and be right on the edge and do all of that. And so I did, and that helped me improve in ZWIFT racing craft and ZWIFT racing drafting overall. Helped me improve tremendously on all of that. And so I feel like that's important for people to learn. That's why even on team time trials, some of them, I feel like I'll be doing such hard pulls and a lot more like work on the front pulls, but then I'll look at, as opposed to other teammates, and I'll have lower watts a kilo average, which I find pretty crazy. I'm like, you were doing 30-second pulls, I was doing 1-minute pulls, and I have a lower watts a kilo average, just because I'm making sure I'm being super efficient in the draft if I can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Today's was just sloppy overall. It was just, I was being very not paying attention, just, I was also hurting too. That sprint at the beginning just put me in the hurt locker at the beginning, and I was just hurting for the rest of it. So anyway, guys, well, we just finished this. Now I'm going to turn around, get my 3 miles, go downhill, and I have to start this team time trial in 12 minutes. My legs are feeling pretty good though, pretty spun out. They probably aren't going to feel great once I start high intensity stuff, but anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, press the notification button. Thanks for listening to my probably boring pep talks. But anyway, just interesting stuff I've observed over the years. If you want to get good at racing on ZWIFT, do Zwift races. Always try to hang on to the front as best as possible. Work on easing in the peloton, saving watts, and all that stuff. So, I think it's very important. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good Thursday. Adios.